Hola, scholars. Today I am showing you how to access the class syllabus. You can see I am on our home page right now, and I'm going to switch it to the student mode so it'll look a certain way. It'll look the same as how you all see it. So you notice again we have on the right corner your to-do list with all the activities and announcements that have happened. And your homepage, there is always a quick reference to get to your syllabus by clicking here where it says click here to download the PDF copy. It's going to upload, or it's going to show us the preview, the PDF. And then if you want to access it another means, we do have a syllabus button right here. And you'll notice that the syllabus is again here as a PDF. And finally, within the first module, I have the syllabus as part of the module. So when you go to module 1 for weeks 1 and 2, and you see June 9th, as you work through the module, there's a page that includes the syllabus right here. So there's several places where you will see the syllabus. Now I'm going to walk us through it, and I do want you to notice over here on the right here, there are different assignments that you will be completing this summer session or this semester. And they're weighted differently: class participation, free writes, mini quizzes, the tag team dialogue and mini assignment, and then the Changemaker creative project. And so you can figure out what the weights are for all of your assignments. So if we scroll in here, this is information about the class and about my scholar hours and how to get a hold of me. Please always email me at Canvas as much as possible. This is the best way for me to respond to your emails. The first page is course content information. Some of this you would have read. The course description, course student learning outcomes for what you're going to be learning in the class. There are 4 of them. Our methods of instructions and the types of activities you will engage with. And then your scholar responsibilities: to show up, to participate, to read, to do the assignments in a timely fashion. We have 2 textbooks that you're going to be working with. They are available at the bookstore for purchase or for rental. And then you can also check them out at the circulation desk in the LMC library. And some of them you can also purchase pretty cheaply, depending upon whether you like a ebook version. And here are the assignments again. I am going to edit on the syllabus page because you notice I weighted the tag team dialogue and mini assignment as a higher percentage for your course grade than the Changemaker creative project. The reason for that is the tag team dialogue involves you working with someone in the class, so it's going to have a little bit of extra flexibility needed. So I want the grade to reflect that. I have described many examples of the assignment categories. For class participation, these are going to be a lot of the discussion boards or other maybe artistic activities I might set up in the online space, something digital like creating an image. And these are all going towards 25% of your grade. Free writes are always individual, and these will be opportunities for you to read the materials, include some quotes, reflect. And I have been noting more and more that I request that you do not utilize AI when you're responding. This is really about your critical engagement, and it's less about whether grammatically you're getting something right or, quote, finding the right answer. And I really want these free write assignments to reflect you and where you are with processing information in the class. And if you'll notice, that's worth 25% of your grade. And using AI aid in the class can result in a 0 for the assignment. It's going to depend, on whether you cite it because it had useful data and you're acknowledging where you received that data from versus just copying a generated content or copying someone else's content. And I know it's very easy to do in an online class, but please do your best to prioritize your voice, your thoughts, your tone, you in this class, because you are what matter. And if you're really engaging with something, I want to hear that. If you're really not, I want to know why. And again, I mentioned that with the mini quizzes and assessments. Periodically, you will have little quizzes, and they are open book, obviously. I don't time them. I want them to be low stress, and they're considered a low stakes activity because mini quizzes and assessments are only worth 10% of your grade, and you already have one from the first day of class on June 9th, an orientation syllabus quiz. So take your time when you're doing your quizzes. The tag team dialogue and mini assignment. I'm going to be putting you all in teams by the end of this week, and you're going to work with your partner to have a conversation or a dialogue about a topic you're learning about in the class. You will need to record it. I recommend Zoom, but you can use another audio session or format. And I'm suggesting about 10 minutes for your discussion or your conversation. And then after that conversation, the team should create some kind of a mini assignment for their class about what they talked about. So it could be like a mini quiz of 5 questions, a little free write reflection question, a discussion board question, and these will be periodically dropped into the modules. And then finally, the Changemaker Creative Project, which is worth 15% of your course grade. And this is your opportunity to choose a scholar from the field of Black Studies and demonstrate how they were a change maker in life and or currently if they're still alive. And this can be really creative. This is a special opportunity for you to choose the medium that you want to work with. I've given some suggestions like poems and storytelling, some kind of creative artistic representation or a comic book, PowerPoint or Canva presentation, a YouTube video, a musical playlist that represents your change maker, a discussion paper where you're talking about different media representations of your change maker and which one's your favorite and why. So we'll get into more details about this as the course progresses. And I have noted for both of these 2 larger assignments, the tag team dialogue and mini assignment and the Changemaker Creative Project, when they will be due in the calendar. So I'll show that as well, because especially with the tag team dialogue and mini assignment, you're going to be creating content that we want to include in the class for your fellow scholars. So timing is important. Standard grading practices. I do bump a grade up if it is a, say, 89.5% in the class, you will be bumped up to the A. If it is a 79.5, you will be bumped up to the C. All assignments have a grace period that are automatically built in. As we get to the final weeks of the summer session, I won't be able to have a grace period because of when grades are due, so please keep that in mind. Because I have given long periods of time for each week's of assignments, I will not be accepting late work past the grace period. So all the assignments during week 1 are due at the end of week 2, and you have an auto grace period added into week 3. And if you do not complete by week 3, the week 1 assignments will receive a 0. And I think it's pretty fair and generous. It gives you plenty of time. Classroom protocols, please review your student code of conduct, especially regarding plagiarism and or utilizing other people's content. It pains me to no end to see someone's hard work end up into a 0 on an important assignment based on not understanding their own student code of conduct. I have my safe learning environment and discomfort practices here. I do not tolerate any kind of hate speech, bigotry, racism, sexism, transphobia, or other types of counterproductive language in the classroom spaces. Since we are online, tone can be difficult to read, so be kind with your words, self-reflect, sit with discomfort, reach out to me if you're having difficulties expressing or you have questions. The next few pages of our syllabus are all about resources around campus. This is the LMC Marketplace details, and they're open Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 2 and Wednesday 1 to 5. We have EOPS, which is a great service for getting support in your scholarship and your work here at LMC. And you get grants and book vouchers. So this is a really great program you can apply for. Financial aid, if you have not applied for your FAFSA for the 2025 to 2026 semester or academic year. Information for how to access the Tech Equity Program if you need to get a loaner Chromebook for the class. Online support, especially if you're having trouble with Canvas. If you are a disabled student or you need services through DSPS, I have information here for how you can get your assessment and for the letter to be officially sent to me for your support. Counseling and mental health opportunities here. And I highly advise people speak with their counselor to make sure you're on track for whatever career or educational opportunities you're looking for. The Center for Academic Support, we are working on getting a new ethnic studies and social justice studies tutor trained right now. Here's my note on AI generated content. I really request that you do not use AI generated content when you're crafting your responses. This is not an English composition course. You are not graded on how well you say or explain things. You are graded on your critical thoughts and reflections. And then if you are going to utilize research that maybe you did get from an AI chat opportunity that you use, please just cite it. It's much better for you to cite all of your resources than plagiarizing. This leads us to our liquid syllabus, which means that the syllabus can be modified during the semester in order to help students in the class. And this is our calendar of events. I have situated it day by day this summer. You have content up for yesterday, June 9th, Monday, Tuesday, June 10th, and Wednesday, June 11th. You can start working through some discussion boards, some getting to know you posts, and you should have opportunities already as well with some initial free write. By the end of this week, you will have your team picked for the tag team dialogue, and I'm giving you through week 2 to the end of week 3 to finish your tag team dialogue, which allows me to upload mini assignments for your peers between weeks 4 and 5. And that is when we move into our Malcolm X speeches. Changemaker project is assigned at the beginning of week 4, and you have through week 4, 5, and 6 to complete it and have it due at the end of the semester. And you can see that the calendar has a schedule of what you should be reading, and it will align with everything you see on the modules in Canvas. Please reach out if you have any questions. Very happy to have you in the class.